Hi there and welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. These are going to be general readings for the month of April 2018 for either your sun, moon, or rising signs. The decks I'm going to be using are the Golden Universal Tarot deck. Then I'm going to pull a Shamanic Healing Oracle card, followed by a Rumi Oracle card, which will hopefully shed some light on your love life for April of 2018. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please email me at aquariusstartarot@gmail.com and please subscribe below. Thank you for watching. This is a general reading for Cancer for April 2018, Sun, Moon, or Rising. General reading for Cancer for April of 2018. Ten of Pentacles popped out. Cancer, April 2018. First card we have is the Three of Pentacles. Second card, Two of Cups. Third card, Five of Swords. Fourth card, the World. And the overall energy for the month for Cancer 2018. Seven of Cups. So, it looks like this month there's going to be some shifts or some movement either in a work relationship or a romantic relationship. The reason why I say most likely a professional relationship is because the first card we have is the Three of Pentacles, which is all about work, teamwork, building relationships with colleagues, really laying the foundations for a project or a plan for a project. The Two of Cups is usually about romantic relationships, but it can also be about partnerships in business. So whether this is a work relationship or a romantic relationship, it seems like in the month of April, you're going to be really figuring out a plan for how you guys are going to be moving forward in your relationship. And because the Five of Swords is here, it looks like there is going to be some conflict within that relationship. The Five of Swords is all about, conflict, but also it can also be about low self-esteem. And because the next card is the World, this is a really positive card. It's about completion, but a very positive completion, things coming full circle. You're ready to move on to the next phase. So perhaps, there could be some negativity in your relationship. There's been a lot of arguments about how you should move forward. Maybe you're thinking about moving or, buying a house or making a really big step in your relationship. And you guys have been, kind of confused as to which direction you should go, which has led to a little bit of hostility. But it's really important to remember that either in a work professional relationship or a love relationship, that it's important to put the negativity behind you, because it's really not worth it in the end. Whatever relationship you're in, it's really important to remember the love that you have for them, or, if it's a colleague, just the respect that you have for them, and really put that first. Let the bitterness, let the negativity subside. Because I think you will be a lot more clear-minded in making this decision once you're able to move past that phase of your relationship. You won't be so confused as to which path you should take or which option you should go for. So really focus on completing the negative cycle, letting it go. It's over. If you had an argument in the past and it's tainting your, perception of them or their decision-making abilities, it's really important that you put that behind you in order to be able to move forward on the next step. What shamanic healing card do you have for Cancer? For 2018, April 2018. We have masculine energy. So, not to sound like a feminist or anything, but sometimes when we go about things in a masculine way, in a way that focuses on doing and forcing and making decisions and just getting it done, and we don't really think about our intuition, it can be a little bit hostile sometimes. The masculine way of doing things can be a little bit negative. Not to say that it's always negative, but it can be. So I think you should really just be aware of that. Masculine energy. The sun, powerful, a life force without which nothing on this earth could survive. The masculine energy is one of action, doing, creating, forcing. In nature, it is balanced out with feminine energy. When we find ourselves embodying this energy, we get things done. We are thinking, logical beings. If we reside here too staunchly, we do not have any room for the opposite energy to come in. Being able to effortlessly flow from one to the other, masculine to feminine, is the pinnacle of being in the flow energetically. Sometimes in love relationships, the energy turns topsy-turvy and we end up residing in an energy that doesn't meet our highest need. This is hard to break out of due to the fear of, if I don't do it, it won't get done. Realize that two people make up a relationship, and in an evolved one, the relationship itself develops its own energetic balance, a perfect combination of yin and yang, masculine and feminine. If there is a void in one area, an imbalance will develop, and, as in the nature of things, unconsciously we will try to balance it out. Being aware is a perfect first step. So, perhaps in your relationship, you're really trying to force something right now. Perhaps your partner is confused about, what path you guys should be taking on the next step of your journey. And one of you is really trying to take the reins and get things done. But just be aware that this may not be the best approach. And this card can also, the 5 is also kind of an unstable energy. So perhaps there is some instability in your relationship in terms of the energetic flow. And you really should go within and think about, how do we get back into that balance? Do I need to do more or do I need to do less? Wanarumi Oracle card for Cancer for April 2018. Beyond death, life. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in, or perhaps you are fearful and resisting as you greet your unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. There is no punishment in this ending, nor is there anything to fear. There may be pain, there may be grief and loss. There may be uncertainty and even insecurity. Yet you have a heart big enough to bear such growing pains. Your heart is even big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you as you stumble across her in the course of your clumsy, inspired travails into new life. No matter how dark it may first appear, the divine is telling you with unflinching generosity, with compassion, and with fierce passion for your blossoming into all that you are and to all that you can be. You are a beautiful, blazing soul having a human experience that defies explanation and opens you up to divinity. That is what is happening in your life now. If either there is an ending imminent or new life coming to you, a greater opportunity for your radiant soul to shine its beauty in the world is at your doorstep. Grasp it eagerly. Now is not the time for fear or hesitation. Focus on what is becoming, whilst honoring what is no longer to be. So, perhaps there is a relationship ending. Either a professional or romantic relationship, or it is moving on to a new phase. The world is all about moving on to a new phase, graduation, the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. And in order to move forward on your path and in this relationship, it's really important that you let go of the past. Any negativity surrounding the situation, let it go. Don't be confused or afraid, even if your path is seemingly uncertain. Know that a new life is coming to you, and it will be really beautiful.